Hey guys, it's your boy DS back with another video. And before this video starts, I want to say a huge thank you guys for the support you're showing on my last video and all the guys who leave a comment down below. So let's take a look at today's review. And today we're going to be reviewing Baxter Stockman from Super 7. So let's jump into it. So with the card box removed, we can see it's the same sleeved box design, but it's in a different color. Actually, all the villains of this line are using this purplish color instead of green of the turtles. It's a sleeved box. Let's remove this layer, and we can see Baxter in all his glory. So we got him and all his accessory out of the box. So let's take a look at Baxter himself. Let's do a 360 real quick. As you can see, the figure is really covered with details. All the paint job and the sculpt is phenomenal on this figure. Let's take a closer look. In this sort of vanilla pose, I have a little bit trouble trying standing this figure straight up on its own, but finally got it to stand. So let's take a closer look. There's a lot of details, paint job, and also the color is really vibrant on this figure. All the hair, all the sculpt work is just knocked it out of the park, man. You can see the muscle in the Mutant arm arch from the back. Really captured the essence of the OG toy of Baxter. And you can see there's a little syringe in his pocket, which is really well painted. And also his face have these little knobs. Really cool looking, huh? Also his eyes really glossy paint all over. They have a little bit darker wash add into this vibrant orange of his hair details. The paint job on this figure is really sharp. All the definition is really cool. Also, this shirt is made out of rubber material, so you can see the body inside. I love the way they treated his Flash. You can see it's really cool Flash tone, like the real Flash of a human being. Also, this really cool looking wristwatch in this silverish paint. Really good job on the paint. And also he have this darker vein going on all over his body. The sculpt work is superb. You see his feet in this sort of insect design. Really cool looking figure. Let's talk about the paint job. I think the paint job on this guy is better than the figure we reviewed previously. And also he's a bigger figure than those two. As you can see, he's really cool looking. And now there's already been a SDCC release of this dude. He's a glow-in-the-dark variant, but this one's original colored in all his glory. With the paint job and sculpt out of the way, let's talk about the articulation on this guy. I have to do a heads up for you guys. The articulation is not good on this guy, as all this line. They're enough for just normal posing, but you do want to pose him with that super dynamic pose. As you can see, his head was on a ball joint, can move side to side, rotate. So he have slightly up and down movements like this. He don't have an ab crunch. He don't have any joints here. He have a little ball joint. Reminds me of the Splinter one. So he can move side to side real good, but comes to forward and backwards, it doesn't really move that much. Only a little bit. You can feel that's a ball joint, but the pack between two balls are really short. That's causing him cannot move so much back and forward. This human arm can move up this far, basically just like Splinter, not like 90 degree. And also he have a rotate on his elbow. You can move side to side. He don't have any bicep swivel, but they move the swivel part to his elbow. They keep the aesthetic. They have all the joints in the same place. Can move his arm this far, only single jointed elbow. And there's a QC issue here in my wrist hinge. It's really loose, super loose. Also he can swivel, not good at all. Super loose. Let's see his wing movements. His wing can move from here to here. Also a swivel Also, it's on a ball joint, I think. You can rotate. And his monster arm is on a big ball joint. Can move like this. Also a hinge. Really good articulation here. Also the same elbow with the human arm. You can do a single joint bend. Also swivel. On his monster hand, which is really cool looking hand, you can swivel. And there's a hinge here. Pretty good range of movements on his arm. Come to his leg. Let's see if he can do a split. No, that's how far he can go. He can kick this far, kick backwards this far. He have a swivel here on his knee. He can bend this far. It's a single joint. What confused me is that he don't seem like have any ankle rocker at all. He have this swivel and hinge system just like the hands, but he don't have any like ankle rocker, so his ankle doesn't rock, so that's make him very hard to stand. Also, all his joints have the same problem. They get loose real quick. As you can see, I only bend his knee once, right? And I don't even swivel that much. You can see the swivel is a bit loose here. So that part is the same problem with Raphael and Splinter. All in all, we have enough articulation to posing around, but not with a super dynamic pose, like I said. But it's better than Splinter, I think. So let's talk about all the accessories he comes with. He have the same rocket, unpainted version of his weapon. Have this robotic sculpt going all around. Really is an homage to the OG toy. This Mouser robot, which is really cool. I didn't expect they include this accessory. The Mouser robot, you can move his head. You cannot. His head was they don't have any joints here, but you can open his mouth. You can see the detail inside of his mouth. It's really detailed sculpt, and his leg can move backwards and forward. That's basically all the articulation. Oh, he don't have any head movements. I don't get it, man. They should have put a swivel here or a ball joint. That's confusing, that design choice they have. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, this Baxter do have holes under his feet and have the same words with other figures made in China, Viacom, Super 7. He comes with this super cool pistol, but the pistol is unpainted. It's the original plastic color. And also, what's funny is it have this knob and the other seam line untreated on it. I think they should go ahead and pin this gun so they can tell the difference between the two guns. He comes with this really cool device. It's a mechanic looking device. The paint job is really good. I love how they airbrushed the vibrant color red here. So have two color variation, darker color below and very vibrant and bright color above. And also it's movable. You have this swivel here. And what's funny is they include this little turtle here, which is really super detailed. You can see how small the turtle is. They do the paint job on the turtle. Really cool on this part. So it comes with 6 interchangeable hands. This open palm hands, although it's a plastic color, but I don't know how they got this color so realistic, looking like a human's palm to me. Really detailed sculpt. I have to mention, his 2 hands are slightly different. His left hand have a ring on it, a wedding ring. So they go ahead and paint all the wedding rings, but they don't seem to have any paint on the hand itself, only just the plastic color. You just nailed it on the sculpt. The 2 different fist hand, weapon holding hand. We come with 2 larger weapon holding hand on the figure. So that's all the accessory he comes with. Let's do a really quick size comparison. There he is with the same lines, Raph. That's how they're looking together. Much larger than Raphael. He's the largest figure come in this wave. They look really cool together. The DC's release, Leonardo. NECA's release of the Mirage, Michelangelo. NECA's release of Freddy Krueger. So Freddy is basically a standard 7-inch figure. So that's how they're looking together. There he is with Next release of the movie Turtles, Raphael. So, my final thoughts about this figure. I give this figure a solid 8 out of 10. This is actually the best figure I reviewed this fave. Also, I go back to Raphael. I think Raphael is a really solid looking figure, better than Splinter. My only worry about this figure is how his loose joints, but they're really looking cool together. Let's talk about Baxter. I think overall he have a superb sculpt and fantastic paint job. And all the nostalgic this figure brings back, it really achieved the goal to update OG figure and make it more modern look. All those pros aside, let's talk about the cons on this figure. What's killing me is they didn't paint this pistol. And all the knobs and the same line make it like unfinished product. And he have a really loose hand, as you can see. I didn't even play with this figure. I just opened the box and it just loose. Some QC issues here and there. But overall, I recommend you guys to get this one. In my opinion, they could put a hinge here or something, make his head move a little bit more. Now it can only move side to side. And the head was hindered by the neck. I think they can make his articulation better. And also, he have a hard time standing on his own unless you put his leg like this. What's killing me is that he didn't come with any ankle rocker. That's super weird. Because the rest of this line, so far, they all have this ankle rocker. Add a ball joint here on the neck. No, but they didn't add even a swivel. They have zero possibility on the neck of the Mouser robot. But it is a nice figure overall. So hope you guys enjoyed today's review of Baxter. Oh, for you guys who now leave by now, I have a little announcement comment section of my last video. Someone said they want to see the Chinese toy store. So yesterday I go to the biggest Chinese toy store in Beijing and capture some cool videos for you guys. I'm now editing it, so I hope it come online soon. If you guys are interested, please sub to me and leave a like below. Tell me what's your thoughts about this figure. And it's your boy DS signing off.